Well. Welcome everybody to another episode of the SNL Pod, Season 2, week number 14. We've made it to the end of the season. Just in case y'all don't know, I am your humble host, KxngTrizz, and here's my bum partner.
Whoa.
Yo,
what?
My nigga.
Whoa. I'll shut this thing down now. That's crazy.
Yo.
No.
No, I'm saying
you see
you're
it.
a bum. I'm saying you're a bum.
They'll see it on the screen. I ain't saying it. I don't know what you said because that was crazy, bro.
I was saying you was a bum because you ain't make the playoffs. So my partner who's a bum, my bum partner.
Nah. Yo, move on.
Hey, Assistant Commissioner Slick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm feeling crazy today, boy. Let me tell you something, man. I feel good. Playoffs is here, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel good, actually.
Yeah.
We'll get into why, but
Does all the pressure's off?
no.
Oh,
but
man.
I mean, you know why.
It don't matter.
But
it don't matter.
Oh well, it matters to me.
Okay. All right.
Matters to me.
It's your own personal victory. It's your own personal victory. But before we get into that, man, let's get straight into the matchups of the week. We're going to go into the matchup between C Blizzy and them boys, the two brothers who did not make the playoffs. Both these cats were not amazing throughout the season. One dude was 2-11. The other one was like, 5 wins? These boys did not come to play. However, they actually kind of showed up in the final game, even though it meant nothing. So we had C Blizzy for 160.5 points, and them boys going down to his little brother, I think yet again, 133.5 points, man. C Blizzy with Caleb Williams, 22 points. Kyron Williams, 23.5. Charbonnet, because Walker wasn't in, 37.5 points, man. He needed, I mean, it's not that he needed it, but he got the points. Wilson, right. 18. The 49ers cannot keep a healthy running back for nothing. Durendo, 26.5 points. He did well. Remember we talked about that, man? Like, it's like you put any capable running back over there and their offensive line just clears space for these guys to run.
They know how to block.
Yeah. And a kicker was 16 points, man. So that was it for C Blizzy, man. This is his last game of the season. His next job is to try his best to win the consolation bracket. And you got them boys. Sam Darnold, 44.5 points, 5 touchdowns. He was slinging that rock. Jettas was on the receiving end for that, and I'm pretty happy for that. Najee Harris, 11 points. Tracy, 19. Smith Enigma. That's my boy. I call him Smith, nigga. 19 points. DJ Moore, 10. Otten, 10. Smith, Devontae Smith, 13.5. And that's pretty much it, man. 133 for them boys. Respectable number, 160.5 for C Blizzy. He takes the win, but it's all for nothing because the season is over and they didn't make the playoffs. Moving on
to a game that matters. This, I just edited out a part I'm not going to include, but your boy over there is wilding. JD Grams versus Team Donnie. We said the significance for this game was for Team Donnie. If she wins, she will continue to hold on to the first round bye and win the division. And she did just that. She won 119.5 to JD 115.5. Close game by 4 points. Team Donnie had Jalen Hurts with 30.5 points, Robinson 19.5, Pollard 14, London 12, McBride 14, Myers 13.5, and her defense with 11. On the other side with JD, he had Tua with 39.5 points, Shakir 21.5 points, Judy with 17, and defense with 10. Those were the standouts for both teams, and the person who did not stand out for JD was Jordan Reed. Sorry, Jaden Reed. And 0 points. If he at least did something, I'm sure he could have. Yeah, I'm sure he could have given them at least 5 points. So, but he had 0 receptions, 0 yards. That is tough. But again, it doesn't matter. JD's not in the playoffs. But he could have spoiled the bye and the division for Team Donnie,
Mhm.
and Reed did not allow that. So
Nope.
Team Donnie wins the Renaissance.
Moving on, we have Houston Boys versus Pico de Guapo. Now, this one was a really good one because Pico de Guapo and Houston Boys are both in the playoffs. Pico was actually trying to fight for a bye position, but with Donnie winning, it doesn't matter what happened. But the score was 162 Houston Boy, 161 Pico de Guapo. 161. Both these guys are entering the playoffs scoring 160s. That is scary. Their
Yeah.
teams are primed for the playoffs. Yeah, it's scary, man. But anyway, on the Houston Boys side, Josh Allen, 62 points. I've never seen 62 points in fantasy. I don't think I've ever seen 62
I
points.
haven't seen it either. I think I've seen 58.
I think we've seen
But
50 from Joe Burrow. I think it was this season.
yeah, with me, yeah, he had
Yeah,
50s. Yep.
but
No,
62
he had either way. It
either way,
was high.
it was high. 62 points, 342 yards, 6 total touchdowns. That's crazy. He had 3 rushing touchdowns himself. Can you believe that?
I
That's,
can.
that's yeah. 62 points. Wow. Yo, without that, Godfrey's 130. Without that, that's exactly what Godfrey needs to win when you really think about
He
it.
needed
Without,
all 62 points and all
yeah,
6 of those touchdowns.
that's crazy because of the rest of the team. Otherwise, if he had done, regularly and dropped like 30, he'd have scored 130. So yeah, it was Josh Allen, bro. And like we always said, we clowned this man because we said, yo, why you drafting a quarterback round 1 of the draft? And he said, bro, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. And here we are. Here we are. But on to other plays. It's running back. HN, 18.5 points. You like that? Chase Brown, 24 points. You like that? Metcalf has been sus, bro.
If Houston boy, I'm thinking about getting rid of him, but at the same time, no, because he can have one more game where he goes off, and he'll probably need that in the playoffs.
Yeah. Nah, Metcalf have been stuff. You know who? Like, it's Smith and Nigma who's the one who took the number 1 wide receiver position on that team right now.
Yeah,
Because Metcalf has been, I don't know, bro. But anyway, DeAndre Hopkins, 13 points, being very consistent. He scored 13 points last week, 14 the week before. So he's a very consistent pick to just have there. So that's good for Godfrey going up. Gesicki at tight end, 5 points. Aaron Jones, 16. And kicker giving him 11 points, 162. On the other side for Pico, Kyler Murray, 30 points. Kyler Murray threw for 2 interceptions back to back. It was crazy. But James Conner, 22 points, delivered. Bucky Irvin, 2.5 points. That boy, he got injured early in the game. That's what it was.
he did. I believe so.
But nonetheless, Jamar Chase, 40. Yo, I'm just peeping this. If Bucky Irvin stayed healthy, this man could score 200, bro. All right, that's a force. 180.
Yeah, I was about to say that might be the force, but
170, 175, 180. Very much likely, bro, because James Conner 22, Jamar Chase 44.5, Juwan Jennings, who you was talking about. I don't know if I should drop Juwan Jennings. I don't know.
kept him in 28 points.
28 points. Laporta, he could do better than that as well, but 10 points. Allen, Brillion Allen, 11.5 points. And the kicker, 8 points. Like, losing score 160 is tough. That's
Tough,
a tough loss.
especially I don't know,
That's how I
especially
felt
a
when
close game like that.
that's how I felt when I went against Houston, boy. I lost by 3 points. And we
And
both were
there you
like
go,
150.
Houston boy doing the same thing. Houston boy, like I said, needed all 62 points of Josh
Mhm.
Allen's game, but Pico needed all 44.5 points of Jamar Chase's points to stay in the game.
That is
Without both of them, it's still a close game, but without one or the other, it's a blowout. So
yeah.
that's scary to see 2 playoff teams. Regardless of the outcome, win or lose for either team, they're both in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary for other playoff teams to see,
Mhm.
2 teams in the 160s in the
Mhm.
same week. Next game was Thelonious Punt versus Central C. Very uncharacteristic game for Thelonious Punt.
Well,
He scored.
not really. Bye. He had buys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay, I see. I wasn't really paying attention this week because it was the last game, so I didn't really care. I wasn't in the playoffs. Anyway,
Mhm.
He scored 115.5 to Central C's 100.5. Thelonious Punt still ended up winning, with Matthew Stafford giving him 31.5 points, Jacobs 24.5 points, St. Brown 10, Njoku 17, and Cooper Kupp 20. And Central C had Baker Mayfield with 27 points, Gibbs 19, Etienne 11, Lamb 21. I guess Evans 10.5, and the rest of his team's not that great with his defense, -4.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like, so Thelonious Punt went with benching a defense and a kicker and still won. I
Yeah.
guess he didn't want to drop anyone because of he would have to drop someone else to pick someone up.
Yeah, clearly he did not want to drop anyone on this team. What's crazy and it's laughable is that Central C had a prime opportunity to beat Thelonious Punt. This man had no kicker and no defense. This man dropped 100 points. That's not a good look going into the playoffs. I'm sorry. Especially for fully healthy team. Outside of that, who you have? Mark Andrews, he hasn't been balling. Javonte Williams in a bye, he's not somebody you're thinking like, oh my gosh, that's the guy that I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Bo Nix is probably the only person he would put in outside of Mayfield, but that's a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Adams, clearly, I don't know why he had him on the bench like you thought that.
So that's what I'm looking at right now. The only person he could have...
his problem was Westbrook Akine. He thought Westbrook Akine.
I think he was right, yeah. I think he was riding the high on that guy, and he put down someone. He benched someone that was, putting in work, guaranteed. So
what's crazy is that even if he put Westbrook Adams in instead of Westbrook Akine, right? That's still about 123 points. If Thelonious Punt puts in the defense and the kicker, he still wins.
Maybe.
Yeah, because all he needs is 8 more points.
I remember we with Pico last week, he was talking about trying to get Westbrook, and I did say it all depends on if he continues to play well. And here's a 2.5 immediately.
But here's the issue with Akine, right? Look, he has touchdowns, right? He's doing that, but he has games where with touchdowns, under 10 points scoring touchdowns, 7.5 1 touchdown, 9 1 touchdown, 11.5. What does that tell you? Limited targets, short yards, red zone. They're not always in the red zone, but when they're good, they're going to give him a chance. So he probably gets 2 or 3 chances at the red zone every game, if anything, because they got to spread the wealth on that team. That 21 points with 8 targets, that was just against Washington. That doesn't happen. This man gets like 3-4 targets a game. So people saw something, and we talked about him in the pod last week, but people saw something and they rode the high, and unfortunately that high wasn't it came in like a false preacher.
Fortunately for Central C, he is already locked in the playoffs. Same with Thelonious Punt. So regardless if they win or lose, they will still be in the playoffs. But because Thelonious Punt won, that locked him as the number 1 team, winning his division and getting the first round bye.
Yes.
So congratulations, Thelonious Punt. You've made your road in the playoffs a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. And moving on to the final matchup, it's the matchup between myself and Slick. Now, we want to, I wish I had an applause, but man, we want to give a round of applause to your boy, Assistant Commissioner Slick, on getting 6 wins. Is it 6 wins or 5 wins? Come on, let's talk about it. 5 wins on the season. Congratulations. You know, last week I was saying, bro, it's progress. You had a chance to get in one more win than you did last week. I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm so proud of you for winning, man. You did good. Your team came out on the last game of the season. Did what it was supposed to do. Beat me. I'm not even mad about it because win or lose, I wasn't gonna get the bye anyway. Because Central C didn't do his job, so I'm not even mad about that. But I'm happy for you, man. You had 5 wins. How do you feel?
Indifferent.
This thing.
I feel indifferent. There's a crazy echo right now. I don't know why. Okay, it went away. Yes, I feel indifferent.
Well, let's break down the points, man. I scored 150.5, which is really good, right? 150.5 is really good. This man over here scored 172.5. Why does this man have the best game of the season when it didn't matter as much?
I think that's the first time. Let me just confirm. Yeah, I have the highest points this week.
Yeah.
First time this season.
You know what I said?
No one could have beat me.
I said you went on a run 1 week too late. 1 week too late. Had you been doing what you were doing the past few weeks, you could have had like 2 more wins.
Not even that. You want to know what it is?
Right.
I would have maybe been in the playoffs if Puka Nakua didn't punch someone, because I would
Yeah.
have beaten Central C that week.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been in the playoffs, but I promise you that my chances would have been higher because that was the only game I lost since whatever stat I was saying.
Let's look at it. Schedule.
Yeah. I believe is my only loss or 2.
Nah, you had 2 losses in a row, bro.
Who was the other one? Pico, right?
Pico and Punt.
I expected to lose to Thelonious Punt.
Yeah. Well,
So that's fine. Pico was close, and I thought that it was going to be close, that I could win, and I did not.
So if you had won week 9 against Central C and week 13 against Pico, you'd be in there.
Probably would have been.
Because that's 7 wins. That's 7 wins. That was the cutoff. It could have been in there.
It is what it is. I don't know.
Both Pico and Central C also have 7 wins. So if you would beat those guys, that put them down to 6. That would have changed the whole metric for the playoffs, man. You were close, man, because you Central C, that was by 5 points, 6.5 points, and by Pico that was by 3 points, bro. You were there. Your team was doing good, putting up good numbers. You just went on a run too late, man. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, it's actually a theme for me every year that I start off weak and then
Catch steam.
I heat up, but I heated up a little bit too late. But anyway, let's break down the teams, man.
Yeah, man. So I had Russell Wilson, 23 points, Mr. Efficiency. You know, they're just winning with this guy, and he's not even doing a lot. Like, he's just walking down the field, getting his points, and 27 points and only 158 yards. It's crazy. 23 points from him. Barkley, 14 points, no touchdowns. I expect touchdowns next week. You know what I'm saying? Kamara, 12 points, no touchdowns. I expect touchdowns next week. You know what I'm saying? Just finally, after 7 games, that boy Justin Jefferson finally did something for me. 32 points, 2 touchdowns, 132 yards. Thank you. Neighbors, 14.5. I'm actually not expecting much from Neighbors anymore, but he's still giving double digits. You know, he started the season, dropping 20s. He had 3 games with 20s. Then he got concussion and he came back, and it's like, we're not targeting you like that no more early in game. So since then, he's just been giving me like 14, 11, 12, 14.
Double digits at least.
They're good flex numbers. Numbers. They're not what I want, but, they're good enough. My boy, George Kittle. I like that. I told you, man, that's my favorite tight end, man. For years.
He's going to get more looks now. CMC's gone, so.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Remember at the beginning of the season, we talked about it. We said, if I'm losing or winning games, it might be because of him. Because one, they might use him as blockers or they might use him as receivers. I think he's probably the leading receiver on that team right now.
Has to be, because Debo's not Deboing.
Not Deboing, exactly. This man only has 2 weeks in single digits. Week number 1 with 8, and last week in the snow when they only passed over twice.
Yeah. That's understandable.
That was expected. But outside of that, this man had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20-point games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of 11 games, this man has 6 20-point games. More than half his games have been 20-point games.
Good. He's number 2 for a reason.
Oh my God. Okay. Bowers is number 1. Bowers is crazy.
Bowers is going nuts right now. But
crazy, yeah.
I'm impressed for Kittle because I did tell you that I didn't have a lot of faith in him just because of CMC. But, of course, if CMC is not there, he's going to get looked. So that's exactly what's happening.
Is Ayuk even still playing?
Bro, I don't want to talk about Ayuk. Okay. He's not gonna get time on this
pod. I haven't heard from Ayuk in since let me look at this.
Since the trade with them boys. Talking about why he kept him on his team.
No, Ayuk has been out the season since week 7. He's
been out this season since week 1.
Yeah, we didn't even know this man was. I mean, he had a week 5. He had a 22.5.
He got his money, and then he said, "I'm all set. I'm not playing anymore."
Yeah, that's crazy. Montgomery, 19 points. Love that. Defense with 9. Dicker the kicker with 5 points. overall 150.5 points.
Why do you always say Digger the kicker? You can just say Digger.
I mean, but he's a kicker.
You don't say Boswell the kicker.
Nah, it don't rhyme.
Whatever. You're right, I guess.
Yeah, it's all about the rhyme scheme. Yeah, bro, 150.5 points. It was good. It's good enough any other week. It just wasn't good enough this week. But anyway, at the end of the day, it didn't really matter because I wasn't going to get a buy anyway. Because, like I said, Central C dropped the ball. Could even beat a handicapped team, which is. I got something for you, Central C. Anyway, man, yeah, man, you can break down your team, bro.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, 40.5 points, Dowdle, 15, Hunt, 3, Puka Nacua, 41. That's where the bulk of my points came in. Without that, maybe a loss or maybe a close game at the 150s. Hill, 28, Smith, 13, Harrison. God, so inconsistent with Harrison with 8.5 points. Defense and kicker both giving me 11 with the defense 0.5 more. Good week to win. I did say last week that I am going to try to do everything in my power to give Thelonious Punt that bye.
Mm-hmm.
And I held up my side of the bargain as well as Thelonious Punt as well.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not happy with the season. It is what it is. On to next year for me. But
You still got to not lose in consolation bracket. You ain't trying to be last.
Yeah, true.
I'm about to send somebody a last place item. Maybe a ball attack or something.
I've never gotten last place in any league ever.
Yeah.
You have though.
Yeah, that's true.
And your wife.
Yeah, that's
Back to back years.
That is true. But it fuels me to be great. You know what I'm saying? You can't reach the top without knowing what the bottom feels like.
Did you drink something today?
Lemonade.
I must have had something in it because you wildin'.
All right, so the final divisions for standings for the year, man. You got the Secret Society. Thelonious Punt comes up on top with 11-3, followed by me with 10-4. Then Houston Boy with 8-6. Those are the only three people from the division making the playoffs. JD Grams right after 5-9 did not make it. So did C Blizzy, also 5-9, not making the playoffs. On the Renaissance, you had Team Donnie 9-5 in first place for the Renaissance, followed by Pico 7-6-1, and Central C also 7-6-1 right after. Those are the three people who made the playoffs. Then you have Slick 5-9, and them boys 2-12. We should kick that man out of the league, bro. I'm just playing. It's all good. He ain't gonna watch this pod anyway. So,
and the standings that really matter going forward. We are done with the divisions, and we are only focused on the playoffs. Playoff football starts now. Number one team with the first round bye, Thelonious Punt. Second team, first round bye, Team Donnie. Third, Negro Damas, a.k.a. Commissioner KxngTrizz. Fourth, Houston Boy. Fifth, Pico de Guapo. And last place in the playoffs is Central C.
Central C. Yeah.
So these are the teams. One of these 6 teams will be fighting and receiving the ring and trophy for season 2.
Yeah.
This is it. These are the guys and women, and we don't really care about the consolation, so we're not going to talk about that because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is what we were working towards for 14 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and now week 1 or round 1 of the playoffs begin with these teams. I am just going to talk about the playoff teams, and I'm not talking about anyone else. Because that's, again, like I said already, that's all that matters. So 2 games that we're looking at, because remember, Team Donnie and Houston, Team Donnie, Houston Boy, Team Donnie and Thelonious Punt have a bye, so they're not playing next week. So there's only 2 games that is going on. It's Pico de Guapo versus Houston Boy, and Central C versus Negro Damas.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a game of the week because it's must win for all 4 teams. So
Yeah.
I will say it's a good story for Central C and Negro Damas because that was the Central C's first opponent last year after he had the bye and lost. So he is going to try to rectify his
That's not even
mistake.
me. That was Pico. I
I
I
thought you played.
Nah, I never seen that, man. Pico handled him. So what happened was the beef with Central C and I started last season when I ended his 8 game win streak.
Oh yes, okay, okay,
I
okay.
ended his 8 game win streak. He still wins the division. In the second round, he gets the first round bye. Second round, he gets squashed by Pico. This year, I meet Central C again. I beat him again.
Yeah,
So he's never beat me and he's upset. Central C's
yeah.
upset. Now we see each other face to face in round one of the
For the
playoffs
for the first time,
for the first time in the
and
playoffs.
this is the one that actually matters.
The one that actually matters. Now, I'll say this. Currently, both teams are actually looking pretty good, projections wise. I'm
Right.
like 51%, he's like 49%. So both teams are pretty good projection wise. If my team can keep doing what they've been doing for the past few weeks, scoring about 140, 150s, I think I'm good. Central C, on the other hand, has only crossed 130 once or twice in the past like 6 weeks.
I can let you know right now.
Yeah.
He has crossed, the last time he crossed 130 was 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Week 12, he put up 130 but he lost to Team Donnie's 138. After that, the week before he was at 140. Week 10, he only put up 112. Week before that, I don't know, bro.
You see what
He's
I'm
been
saying?
putting up no, I'm second about you. It was only the last 2 weeks he didn't put up 130s.
No,
But after that, he's been 130s, 140s, 150s,
even
160s.
prior to that, early in the season, he's been putting up the numbers, not of late.
Not of late of 2 weeks. That's it.
Nah, bro. My lowest, here's the thing, and I'll say this, my lowest score all season has been 121.5 points. Low score all season, right?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, so I've been averaging about 140 all season. That boy Central C, I gotta look at this again, bro.
His lowest is 59. We know that.
Right. Last week he put up 100.5. The week before he put up 113. You're right. He had a 140. The 2 weeks he had a 142 and a 130, but he had 112. So in the past, I'm just going on the past the past month. He's only topped 120 twice. Since week 10,
Okay.
he's
Sure.
only topped 120 twice. His highest score being 142. Since week 9, for me, I scored 157. My lowest score 121, but I also scored 147, 142, 147, 150. I'm just saying.
I think them boys said today actually that Central C is the worst playoff team right now.
No. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Because last week I thought it was you.
nah.
No. Last week I said out of the
Out of
top
the
3
three
teams,
that could make it,
you're
exactly
the last
right.
place, so you would be third.
Because Pico's been hitting 150s for the past, like,
Yeah.
he's been hitting them. And, Felonious Pun is Felonious Pun. He's kept number one the whole season for a reason. If my team does what they're supposed to do, which is what everybody expects the team to do, right? I'm not concerned. Not at all. If his team does what they usually do, I'm not concerned. But as we know, this is fantasy. Anything can happen at any time. And, I could get an L. I'm going to crash out if that happens, bro.
I know, because you don't want to lose to Central C for the
Not
first time.
Central C, bro.
I know. Anyone else. But I think your biggest weakness will be yourself. No, yourself. If you put in the wrong person, you can't afford a mishap to mismanage.
And you know what's funny? It's easy for me to mismanage because my bench is stacked.
It's stacked.
I've never had such a stacked team ever, where I could be like, any one of these guys could hit 15 easily, and I just got to figure out which one of y'all going to be hitting 15 today.
Cool. You never think that having a good team could be your downfall because it's hard to know who to put in.
Yeah.
And you won't know.
You won't know. That's the thing.
You won't know until it's too late.
Until it's over.
Because whatever decision you make is a smart one.
Yeah.
You put this guy in, you leave him out, smart.
That's the
'Cause
thing.
it's the same.
It doesn't matter who my lineup is, it's gonna be a smart lineup. And they could just underperform. And that's why, y'all been clowning me. That's why I'm scared, because it's like no decision is a wrong decision, but these cats could underperform. Like, it's just they could have their one off and
Yep.
they'd be at the wrong time. It is what it
Central
is.
C, Negro Damas.
Yeah.
Yep. And Pico de Guapo, Houston boy. Houston boy has been feeling the disrespect from you, not even acknowledging that he's a playoff team, talking about you just trying to see Pico
I'm just trying to see
in
people in the finals.
the
Rematch.
finals. But that
Rematch.
means, even for Central C, you weren't even acknowledging him because you were just talking about, yo, Pico finals, Pico
Did you not
finals,
hear
Pico
Pico
finals.
last week when we talked about Central C and Donnie? He said, who?
He's the champ, though. He has the right.
That's true, but that's why I'm
He
trying to
has
see
the
him.
right.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You
just
have to see Central C first, and he has to see Houston boy first.
that
You're
matchup
looking
between
2 rounds ahead.
Yeah, but he has a tough matchup because last week 160 each. Try to do that again. I don't think Josh Allen's playing 162 again. That man about to be tired, bro.
I just realized this. They're playing each other again for the second time in a row. Second week in a row.
Second week in a row, yes.
It's a rematch.
Last
So,
last week was an appetizer.
and if it was a damn good one.
It was a good one, so we're gonna see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Pico has been on a historic run, bro. Like I said, man, last year he came in 7-7, and just had an amazing playoff run. And he started doing it like week 12, week 13 this year. Like, he just started moving again. And we're like, yo, what's up with this cat, man? Let me look at this. Up until week 9, Pico was 1, 2, 3. Pico had 3 wins, 1 tie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 losses at week 9. 3 wins and 5 losses, 1 tie. That's crazy. When you look at those numbers, you're like, yeah, you ain't making it, fam. And he was averaging all he was hitting was 130. He wasn't going above that. Everything else was below. Like, he was hitting 131, 134, 132. Everything else was bad. 109, 112, 88, 71, 102. And then all of a sudden,
after week 10, except for week 12, which he still won.
Which he still won, but 162.5, 157, 117. This was the bad one, right? Then 151, 161. What? This man has the week 10 on. He's been the best team, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say. Some people are feeling some type of way about that, but from week 10 on, this man has been the best team. And that's what's scary. And that's why I'm giving him his props. He's on his championship run. And I'm going to see you in the finals, fam. That's what it is. I'm going to see. If I don't make it, boo-hoo.
Shame on you, indeed.
And moving on to our next section is our guest today. Now, last week we had Pico coming on and gracing us. This week we have the one and only, the notorious Central C. All right, man. We are back with Central C, man. Central C with the record 7-6-1. Welcome to pod, man. We haven't seen you in a minute, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I've been sitting back thinking. Some days depressed, some days happy. I'm not the Central C of last year. My team ain't the Central C of last year. So it's time that I accept that. As you go into the playoffs, it's something new. I go into the playoffs, arguably the worst team in the playoffs. We keep it a buck. I go in there 7-6-1. Pico popped off for what? 160, 161 this week. Chris popped off for like 162. More Josh Allen than Chris, I'll be honest with you. Josh Allen popped off. But my team is questionable. My team is still being built somehow going into the playoffs. So we still try to figure things out. But no lie, I think I'm pretty confident in the next 3 games. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what's crazy is before you hopped on, when we were doing the other segments, we kind of did say you are the worst playoff team.
That's not even a question. I am. Yeah, my team's buns. But
well, I wouldn't say buns compared to the playoff teams. Yes, but in the league, I think you're just middle of the pack, or a little higher than middle of the pack. But yeah, no, without a question,
I mean,
you
I'm not
are
worse
the
than you.
weakest team.
I'm not worse than you. That's all I know.
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about playoffs. I'm just a co-host right now.
Okay,
I know my team is done. Okay, relax.
At least you
And
acknowledge it. That's all I need to know for.
and this man dropped 172 less. You like he could have taken you down easily.
Pause. But that's neither here nor there. You play who you play, right? That's what we've been saying. You play who you play. I didn't play him.
True.
That's exactly what I told KxngTrizz. I said you got to play who's in front of you, and right now he's looking at Pico. How does that make you feel? He doesn't see Central C right now. He's looking at Pico in the finals.
If I'm being honest, he has every right to feel that way. His team's what, 10-3? His team's been good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like giving people credit because I'm a grimy ass nigga. But if I'm gonna do that, and looking at my opponent, I'm playing him round one. His team has been nothing short of consistent all year. The lowest he's put up was 121. For some people like Slick, that's a good day. So, when we out here, this
Bruh.
I can't knock him. I can't knock the team that he has in front of him. By no means am I underestimating him. But honestly, I think this round, with the matchups I have and the players I have, I do think I have a chance this week to pull something off. I think I have good matchups all around. I think my players are in good positions. And there's still a couple things I'm mulling over. I'm not going to get Rasheed White. Because bum-ass niggas like them boys want to sit over here still mess up the playoff hopes for real niggas while this nigga sit back to read, 2-10? We're trash ass.
And we got to compete still. It's the constellation. We got to compete. We're not trying to get last place.
Ain't nothing to compete for. That nigga ain't doing. What are you competing for?
Remember, no. If you remember, before the season started, we're taking votes. I suggested that non-playoff teams don't touch the waivers. What did you guys say? You said nah. So be mad at yourself for that.
Did I say that?
People didn't want to vote for that. I believe.
I know.
I can't confirm. I can't confirm.
Mm-hmm.
But I know people said, "How are we going to regulate this? How are we going to do that?" Nah, just leave it the way it is, and they got to compete
nah.
still.
And my reason for saying nah would be exactly this, right? In a situation like how this man comes in thinking his team is the worst team in the playoffs, and my team is one of the better ones, he gonna get all the picks before me, so he's gonna get all super like hyperbolic chambered up. And I'm just going to sit there like, well, I can't get any waiver picks.
That's still going to be the case, though, because you're still not going to get those picks.
So it's better. So to me, it's better that consolation niggas get it than the dude that could take me out of the playoffs.
I mean, but if our roles were reversed, it would be a different story. If I was the one up here and you were the one down here, we'd be saying something different. That's the problem with you. You higher class people. You got to pull out Luigi Mangione on you.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
We also said that your projection as of right now, I know wafers haven't gone through yet, but as of right now, your projections are very close.
It's going to stay the same. I'm going for Tank Bigsby, so it's going to be around the same thing as Javonte Williams.
It would be a shame if I just took Bigsby instead.
You could do that.
Yo, that broke his heart. Yo, that broke his heart big time. He's
I
like,
didn't
do that.
I'll tell you who I took that. I'll tell you who I picked up. Just like last week, I'm showing you guys, an early sneak peek.
I mean, you ain't got nothing to play for.
I'm not trying to get consolation.
Just like last week, this man gonna be up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to pick up all the stragglers.
Who did you say you're trying to pick up?
Rashad White.
Lie, Tank Bigsby.
You said Tank Bigsby. You didn't say Rashad White.
Yo, this man. Oh, you see the capology, bro?
Because I do have Rashad White on my waivers.
Yeah.
To replace Kareem Hunt.
Why? Is he injured?
Kareem Hunt's trash. Pacheco's back.
I mean, he's really back, though. They're kind of saving him for the playoffs, if I'm being honest.
Well, Kareem Hunt hasn't been doing anything.
Not only that, but, you just don't come back 5 weeks from a broken leg and just think your leg is what it used to be.
Oh, I know that. I know that firsthand from that bum-ass nigga Christian McCaffrey, bro.
It was a tissue injury, so, yeah.
And I'm picking up the Ravens D.
Interesting. I thought about...
They're going against the Giants.
I thought about that D. But...
Now, you thought about what?
Yo!
No!
Nah, bro. Oh, hey,
pause.
There's something in the air. It's both of y'all.
That's crazy.
Both of y'all wilding out tonight.
Yo, pause.
I thought about that.
I'm willing to at least drop my claim on Rashad White.
Nah, bro.
They don't matter.
No?
They don't matter.
They don't matter?
Them boys about to get them.
I might not. Yeah, exactly. I might not even get it myself.
Yeah,
No,
So
honestly, I'm not. I'm not really.
You don't really
I'm not
swing at him.
necessarily pressed over that one pick. I'm not gonna lie, because my mindset with Rashad White, I wasn't gonna start him. I have faith that next week I'm gonna be in the playoffs. So when I face my sister, my plan was start Rashad White against the Dallas defense. They cannot block any runs. So that was my mindset going into picking up him. But now that I'm seeing reports that Bucky Irving might come back this week, Rashad White might not even be a factor.
let's talk about that. You said you are confident you'll be in the playoffs next week, which means you beat
Like
KxngTrizz.
I said, I'm not.
How does that make you feel?
How's it make you
To
feel?
be on the other side of the disrespect finally.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
We've never
I don't think
respected
so,
each
because
other.
you just said if you lose, you're gonna crash out.
No. If I lose, I'll crash out. But as of
Sure.
this point, it's a non-factor. It's just talk. So I'm fine. I'm chilling.
Non-factor.
Yeah. Now, like I always say, I always put this caveat there. Fantasy is a weird creature, and it's all about luck, man. You can have the best team, and they just poop the bed.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And
I know.
it has nothing. That's nothing you can do about it. It's not on you. So, fantasy is 90% luck. It could not. It could be his lucky day next week. I could just be trash. My team could underperform. And like I said, that's why I've been scared all season, because my dudes have just been amazing. But it could just take that one day where they're like, you know what, bro, we tired. And it happening in the playoffs is not the right time.
I'll say this: I lose, I'm dropping everyone in the waivers. My whole team going to
Hey,
the waivers.
yo,
Nah, chill.
I'm destroying the league.
that's
I'm
crazy.
destroying the
Crash
league.
out Supreme.
That's crazy.
Like I
That's
said,
crazy. I'm
So you
picking up Bowers if you do that.
change. I thought you said you changed. You're the same dude. If you lose, you're the
Scooping up
how'd
Bowers
I
if you
choose?
do that, bro.
How,
Come on.
how'd I switch up?
Nah, because look what you're trying to do. If you ain't win, you're trying to crash out and mess up the whole league. That's the same Central C was trying to destroy the league last season too.
I did that last year.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, this year I had to sober up. I had a little bastard boy to take care of, but now I don't have that weight on my shoulders anymore. You know, it's time to just go into the playoffs. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
worry about
goodness.
him. He off doing something somewhere. Thinking he half
You
white
were
again.
his real father. You were his real father going out for ice cream.
So, Central C, you say and agree that you are the worst playoff team going in. You are also confident,
Record
though.
wise, I am
Yeah,
the worst.
power wise, record wise.
This man said he's still trying to configure his team, bro.
I mean,
You have your best chance to win against KxngTrizz.
Yeah.
But you
Yes.
do believe that you're going to be in the playoffs next week. Are you confident that you could make a run to win it all?
bro, actually, yes. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, all year, I played and I didn't make trades with the certain players I had, specifically because of the matchups they had going into the playoffs. Christian McCaffrey set me back a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I think you're talking about my team in a different light, if week one I don't trade Derrick Henry, it's a different story. I'm not talking about Devontae, but if I have Derrick Henry like I did at the beginning of the year, going into this week, going into the playoffs, it's a different story. But like I said, sometimes you got to make the league interesting. You got to make it fun. I took a gamble week one on Christian McCaffrey. And then week 10, he came back. He ran for like 3 weeks. And then for some reason, he was still running in the snow. And then the man messed up his leg. So now I got to, like all year, I've been trying to find running backs to substitute while Jahmyr Gibbs has been carrying the load. So this year, I need Jahmyr to go into the playoffs. I just need Jahmyr to put the team on his back. It scares me a little bit that my opponent has
Because
David
Monty,
Montgomery on the other side.
that's what I'm saying.
And I've been trying to get him all year. I've been trying to do all types of stuff. Pause. But I've been trying to get him all year.
KxngTrizz,
Yes, sir.
kind of the same question for you.
Mhm.
You talk about wanting to see Pico in the finals, but you haven't actually mentioned or said that you are going to win it all. If you see Pico in the finals, do you believe you'll be able to beat Pico and
Yeah, I need to.
actually keep that ring on your finger? You know, they say it's bad luck to put it to wear the
Nah,
ring or touch the trophy before
I was
it's
just fit
time.
testing. It's a fit test.
He did it last
Fit
year.
test.
He still lost.
I was in the finals though. Where was y'all?
I was 4 points away from the finals, but that is what it is. Like Sam Darnold
Anyway,
couldn't throw it to Brandon Ayuk. He was in the corner wide open.
that's crazy.
So you believe you can win it all, KxngTrizz?
Yes, I do.
I have to, bro. It's not that I believe it. I have to. It's redemption time. That's why I need to see Pico. It will not be complete if it's not me and Pico for round 2 in the finals. It will not be complete.
For me,
I
it's
need to
different.
go back in there. I need to see this man at the mountaintop. I need to chop his legs off and kick him off the mountain.
Wow.
I need to
You
put
could
that
have just
crown
kicked him.
on
Why'd
my
you have to chop his legs off?
nah, double. I
Wow.
need to put the crown on my tet, that ring on my finger.
See, for me, it's a little different. The man I'm going to play next week or this upcoming week, Central C has never beaten him in fantasy. I'm going into this not beating KxngTrizz. I've never beat him before.
Never.
I have a losing record against him, just like Slick has against me. Trash me. But
Bro, I'm not. I'm
Look
just
at me
the
catch his strays,
moderator
bro.
right now,
Look
man.
at
I'm
him
not
catch
in
his
this.
strays, bro. That's crazy.
but as I go into round 1, if any chance, this is my best chance. I think going up against KxngTrizz. I have the guys that can get the job done. My thing is, if I come out of Sunday night and I'm down a decent amount of points, say 10, 15, or if I'm up a decent amount of points, I know I have Bowers playing on Monday. So
That's
he,
scary.
he has Kittle playing on Thursday, so Kittle's going to be out the way. And then I have Bowers playing on Monday. So Sunday is going to be the big telltale day for how it's going to go between the both of us. Both of us have most of our games starting at 4:25. That's going to be the sweet spot. I think I'm going to be intrigued in what's going on the other side of the bracket because I think that man Josh
Right?
Allen could put up 6 touchdowns. It's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
That's scary. 6 touchdowns is scary.
I clown
I
this
could see
man.
4.
I
I don't think 6 again.
He's
maybe
gonna be
not
tired,
6
man.
again.
He ain't
I
two
dragged him.
touchdowns.
I dragged Chris for drafting a quarterback high, but
We all did.
here's the thing, though. I'm happy though because if I make it out of this round, I play my sister. So either way, someone from the household going to the chip if I beat KxngTrizz this year. This round.
Oh, you know what's crazy, bro? I got Justin Jefferson playing on Monday.
Yeah.
Jealous.
That's tough.
Jealous. See, I'm not too worried. I'm actually not too worried.
That's tough.
There have been
So
times. So
that means
where.
you need to legit.
Yep.
Now that means Sunday night you need to have a lead.
No, I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to have a lead.
Okay.
Bowers is capable of putting up 30, 31, and Aiden O'Connell's coming back, so that's his main quarterback.
He is a volume based tight end, which is ridiculous. He's doing what Cup and Puka does, volume based. Niggas getting like 15 targets a game.
That's fine, man.
It's crazy.
That is fine. I got good matchups. The only thing, I got CD playing in Carolina. Like I said, I got good matchups around the board. Devontae's been pretty superb the past couple weeks. They have nothing to play for, but he's still playing for a contract. He got some yards he got to catch up on. So next year he looks like a decent enough acquisition into playing Jacksonville. So I have faith in that, honestly. But I have to say everything is all talk until the end of Monday, and then we'll see. Will KxngTrizz be on to the next round? Will I be on to the next round playing my sister? But it's
Bro, I'm trying to run through your whole family, bro.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
You wouldn't be able to see Team Donnie unless she makes the finals and you on Pigo, so.
I'm trying to run through your whole family,
No,
bro.
he would see her next round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's on the side of the
Oh,
bracket.
right, because she's on the.
Yeah, I'm trying to run through his whole family, bro. Straight through that. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna see Pico at the mountaintop.
like I
Just
said,
me and him.
it's all.
I'm just talking about
all
the trash,
talk.
man.
It's
It's
all
all
talk.
talk at this point, man. I can
think,
still lose, man. Like all jokes aside, man, I can still lose, man. So it's all talk. Yeah, we'll see you on Monday, man.
I will say yes. We will see on Monday, gentlemen. Best of luck to you, and hopefully, the better team wins.
I'll say
Yes,
this
sir.
though.
Quest for the second ring.
I'll say this because he's always complaining that no one talks about his team. Still alive, and he's still on somewhere in the playoffs. So that's all good.
Okay.
People
He's somewhere there.
disrespecting the number one team right now.
That's
First
all-
round bye.
it's no
Everyone's talking.
disrespect.
But
He's
his
some-
name hasn't been mentioned. I'll say that his name hasn't been mentioned at all in the playoff talks right
Mhm.
now. We even talked about Team Donnie, so we can't say because he's on a bye. That's why.
No, that rhymes, but Phil, he has dealt with injuries. No lie, his team has had some setbacks, but Phil drafted smart. I think genuinely John and Chris really messed up by letting the people at like 7 and 8. So like Teddy and Phil, they got like volume picks, quality picks at that position. Because John want to go draft Travis Kelce and Chris want to go draft the quarterback. That's neither here nor there. One of them niggas is a bastard and the other one's in the playoffs, so it's all good.
I'm still mad, and I know Ricky must be feeling mad, but I know you feel mad that you let me get Kamara.
No, not really.
You know what? Yes and no. Not anymore, though, because he's been just all right.
Kamara's still averaging 18 points. What are you talking about?
Averaging, but that means he still didn't put up 18 in a few weeks.
That's true. 15, 12, 15, and 12. Yeah, I get it. Still.
Those are just good running back numbers, but not Kamara numbers. So lately, I've been okay.
He got hands, though, so I wouldn't say nothing about him.
That's the thing.
It could turn up. That could be his trump card. If Kamara goes back to Kamara numbers, it could be long for you, bro.
Yeah,
that's my hot take.
Don't let Barkley do what Barkley do.
Flick still sucks. It don't matter what league he's in. He's still
oh my gosh. Oh my
cap. No. Okay. No. You want to say no matter what league?
You gotta run to the
You want to talk about no matter what league? Chill out. That's not accurate because I'm in the playoffs over there. I'm the number 2 team.
You want to run?
Relax.
And you tied for the last.
I have a ring, and you're in last place. Don't talk about other leagues right now.
That's crazy.
You better keep it SNL.
You want to run to other leagues?
Keep it SNL because in that league you last place. All I'm saying is don't bring up other leagues because then now I have things I can say because I'm a champion. You've never had a ring in any league ever.
Don't let Ricky go get his ring, bro.
Don't make me go get that bling right now and the trophy. Oh, I don't have the trophy.
You don't have the trophy.
So don't bring up other leagues. You have every right to talk about SNL, but once you bring up other leagues, it's game over.
Being your daddy, that's what. Being got freedom things.
Cap. But here's the thing. Everyone is your daddy. Every single person.
Anyway, fellas, this has been Shay, man. Thanks for coming on, man. We ain't seen you in a minute.
Of course.
And good luck next week or this week. May the best man win. Both our teams have the ability to do what they're supposed to do and take us to the second round. So we'll see who does that, man. But anyway, folks, this has been the pod. Central C, Slick, and myself, KxngTrizz. We out, man. Peace.